Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Abhinav here. Hope you all have seen the first part of this video. If not, then please do so to understand this video much better. In this part of the video, I will demonstrate how to implement multi-select and apply multiple filters in a Power App gallery using Filter Pane. And we will achieve this scenario by making use of collections, containers, fluid grid, gallery control and checkboxes. So let's check this video out. But first my intro. So in this part of the video, I will showcase you how to implement multi-select and multiple filters using Filter Pane. So as you are seeing, this is a Power App gallery and we have got 10 projects inside this. I have opened this project in edit mode using make.powerapps.com. So first of all, I will show you the database configuration and then we will move ahead. So as you are seeing that I have got this solution. The solution name is project management, and inside that I have added one app, that is organization projects. Yeah, and the database configuration is that as of now I have got around 7 tables. So first of all is the countries table. In the countries I have added few countries. I have added one state table. As you are seeing that we have got these two columns, state, country and name. So it basically means that each state is associated to a country, and we have got this state country as a lookup column, and this lookup is related to countries table, right? So what that is, it basically means that if you apply filter, suppose if I apply filter on India, so it will show me all the states that belong to India. If I apply filter on some other country, suppose Australia, then it will show me all the states that belong to Australia. Correct? So it's a lookup column and it is lookup to a country table. Right? Same goes with cities table also. We have got one all cities table and it has got its lookup with a state table. Right? So if you can see, it basically means that each city is associated to a state. Right? So suppose if I apply filter on state, suppose Uttar Pradesh, right? So how many cities will be there? These are the cities, right? So, and this is a lookup column and it is related to a state table. Apart from that, we have got two other tables, project domain and project status. Project domain is basically holding all the domains of the project, right, or the type of the project you can say. And project status, it basically contains the status of each of the project, right? Approved, completed, pending and rejected. And the most important is the transaction table, company projects. So in this table all the projects will be saved, right? And in this table, as you are seeing that we have got these many columns, it comes out to be around 9 columns, and this manager name is also a lookup column and it is related to a Microsoft Entra ID. This project country is a lookup column and it is related to a country table. This state is also a lookup column and it is related to the state table, and so on. This project domain is a lookup column and it is related to the project domain table. Correct? So I am storing all the values of each project here in this company projects table. Right? So this is all about a database. Now let's move to the app. Right, so as you are seeing that I have to apply filter pane. So first of all, what I will do, I will click on this insert and will click here filter and will add this filter pane. It is called a filter pane. Just put it at extreme right, correct. Now just give it a name, a proper name. Just rename this IC filter. Now on clicking on this, a container should be opened up. So if we have to add a container, just click here search. So we have to add a vertical container. Inside that we will add some horizontal container. So here in this container, what I have to do, that I have to define the position of this container. Let me define the position of this container. So the width should be 945, right? It should be correct. height, let's take around 770. Yeah, it will be taking. And the position, let's move a bit right side. Now it has been moved. And y you can take around 2 because it will match this, right? So this container has been added here, right? Inside that, let's give it a name. Just give it a name as parent container. Inside that we will add 2 more containers. For container, click on the insert container, and now we will add the horizontal container, right? So this container has been added. Inside this, just give it a name. So this is child container, and we can give it as, because here we will define the text of the filter, text filter container we can give, and we will just give it a position of this container should be 945. Yeah, now add one more container for button. Just again search for container and again add a horizontal container here. Just give it a name. It should be child buttons container because we will apply 2 buttons, apply and cancel. Correct. So these 2 containers have been added. So first of all, yeah, on this IC filter, first of all, set where show filter true, and on this I will just open this container on click of this. So on click of this, what I will do, I will open this container. Correct. Let's run it preview mode. So this container has been opened up. So it's our parent container and it has got a gray color. Let's convert this color to white. Just put the standard as white. It is white. Correct. So first what I will do, that I will complete the UI part first in this container, and then we will move to the implementation part. Container, we have to insert a cancel icon so that this can be closed. So just put an icon. The cancel icon is this, right? So what it will do, on select of this, I just need to set where show filter to false. Let's run this. So if you close this, then this container will be gone. Yeah, let's move this filter pane a bit right. Now it's fine. Now if you click here, this is coming. Let's open this in edit mode because we have to work in these child containers. Let's give it in this, let's add one more label. Just search for label, text label we can add. Just expand it, text label, give it a name as filters. This is the header. Just increase the font size to 20, make it bold. In the second container, right, we have to apply the buttons, apply and cancel. So this is our second container. Inside that, what we will do, we will insert 2 buttons. Just click button, insert one button, again insert one button, give it a name, BTN clear. Just give it clear, BTN apply. Now, so this is a parent container. First we will apply filters on an independent entity. Independent entity basically means which are not dependent on others. In this case, independent entities are country, status and project domain. So we will implement those filters first, and then look on other filters. So in order to do that, we will make use of collections. So there is a very good site for collections. I have opened this site, learn.microsoft.com. Right, so here what you will see that these collect, clear and clear collect functions are already defined. So you can go through this site in order to understand it much better. So we will make use of these three functions in order to filter the records on independent entities. So what are the independent entities? Country, status and project domain. So we have to write some code. Just click on here and we have to define the collections, semicolon. So we will define two collections. We will make use of this clear collect. The name of the collection is call countries, and we will add one column to identify that country is chosen or not. Add columns. The name of the table is countries, and as you will see a table or resource to add columns to, then we will get the name of the column. It's dynamic, so we will give is chosen country, and first we will give it false in double quotes, then false. Just close the braces. So this collection has been defined, and what it is doing, it is adding one column into the countries in the row. Before that we need to define one more collection. How many countries have been selected? Country count. Then comes the filter. We have to apply a filter on this collection, call countries that we have defined, and the name of the column, right? IntelliSense is very good, so you can just use the IntelliSense. Is chosen country is equal to true. Correct? Just close this. Right, so these two collections have been defined, right? If you click here, then you can find this collection, right? Just you have to click here and then refresh. This collection has also been added here, right? Before that, what needs to be done? There is one more condition, right? So this will be called if country count, if count, we will make use of this count rows function. If count rows, country count is 0. Correct? So if no countries have been selected, then it basically means that this is chosen country column value is false, elsewise it is true. Just close this, right? You can just expand a bit that. So we have defined for countries. Same we will go for, just copy paste. Same we will define for project domain and status. Just update the name. Instead of country count, just give domain count for project domain. Call countries, just give as, you can write call domain is chosen domain. Just copy this right here, is chosen domain. Just write project domain, project domains, and here comes this. Instead of call countries, we will make use of call domain, right? And instead of country count, we will make use of domain count, right? So this code is for our second filter, that is project domain. Just copy this and paste it for status also, right? Status count. So what it will do, that these collections are very useful. Is chosen status. Copy this, paste it here. Instead of project domain, project statuses. Instead of call domain, call status, copy this, paste it here, status count, right? So this completes our code for independent entities. We have defined two collections for each, right? So the first collection is related to the count, that how many countries have been chosen, then how many project domain have been chosen, and how many status have been chosen. And based on that, if there is no status has been chosen, or if no project domain is chosen, if no country is chosen, then what will happen, the second collection will add one more column with the same name and provide its value to false. Correct? Hope it's clear. So the second step is that first preview this, right? And if you click here, now we need to add a canvas kind of thing in order to show all the entities that will be there for filters. Suppose for in the starting we will show country, project domain and status. So how to do that? So there is a trick, right? In order to add the canvas, first of all you have to add a new screen. Just add a new scrollable screen. As soon as you will add a scrollable screen, so a canvas will be coming here. Just copy this canvas and paste it inside this. Now just reorder it to the middle, reorder it, move up, it comes inside this, right? Just delete this screen. Now just give it the name of the canvas, rename it to CV filters. Now inside that canvas there is one data card that is already being added. Just give it the rename it to DC country. Inside that just add a label for the header, a text label, right? Just write text label, or you can write just label, text label, right? So it has been added. Just give it the name as country, just align a bit at the top, just skews a bit. This country has been added. You can rename it to LBL country. Now add one more data card. To add, just say you have to click here, automatically one data card will be added. Just give it the name at DC country gallery. In this we will add one gallery control, and we will bind this gallery to the collection that we have defined, that is called countries. So let's see. So inside this just add one gallery, vertical gallery, right? So by default it will be added here. Just cut this and add inside this, paste it, just give it a name for countries, just assign it to call countries, correct? Now you are seeing that image title, so we don't want the image, we only want the title. Just give it the title. Just rename this gallery to gal countries, right? So what you are seeing the name of this. Now just edit this, right? Just remove this because we don't want this arrow. So what we want, inside this we need to add one checkbox. Just insert a checkbox, checkbox. Now it has design a bit, right? Just give it the name CHK country. Now just remove this because you don't require this, delete this. Just give CHK country here, just write this item dot name related on the countries. Just skews a bit, give the wrap count as 3 because we want 3 countries in one row. How we are getting the countries, just preview this. We are getting the countries, correct? It is a checkbox. HK country, and on select of this, now we have to write some code. On select, just comment this because this is not required. We want the condition on check and uncheck, so we will see what we have to write here. So now just focus on the design. So for this you can give the border radius as 2 or the label, right? And just in the label you can just make it bold. You can rename the label to LBL country, correct? Now increase the height of this, right? Because we need the height in this whole panel or whole container, right? So minimum width should be 90 is fine. Should be a less bit is 90. Minimum height, just give it a height, increase this height to 650. See, now it is coming correct, right? Just preview this, it is coming correct. Country and work law. Yeah, now add one more section, right? Similar to this, just add this, give the name as this DC domain, just add the label here. So what you have done for countries, just copy paste, or you can just repeat those steps. Give it the name as domain, project domain you can write, whole name is project domain, enter, just make it a bold, just align it the top, just give it the border radius to 2, right? Just this, add one more section, add the gallery control here as we added for countries. Just give the name as DC domain gallery, just add the gallery control here. Inside this it will be added at the top, just copy paste, not add the data source as of now. Just go here, cut this, add inside this, paste it here, right? Just skews a bit, now just for this gallery, just give the name as call domain, collection domain, because if you can see in the filter pane we have defined 3 collection, one for country, one for project domain, one for status. Give the name as gal domain. Inside this, just remove all the unwanted things. Arrow is not required, subtitle is not required, title is also not required, and image is also not required, right? We will add one checkbox. Just add one checkbox, just select this, edit this, then insert, just type checkbox, so it will be added inside this. Rename it to chk domain, or option, just give the name as this item.name, so all the project domain will be seen. For this, just give it the name as wrap count 3, correct? Now just preview this, so you are able to see. So similarly we will design for the independent entity named status. So I have designed for this independent entity name status, and we have got 4 kinds of status: pending, approved, rejected, and completed. Let's preview this. So this is coming. Now we have to apply some logic in order to apply filters on each of these independent entities. So first of all we will look for the countries, and same will be replicated to project domain and status. So let's open this app in edit mode. Go to countries, chk country. In the default property, just write this item, the name of the column that we have chosen for selection of country is chosen country, right? So this basically means that by default is chosen country is false. If it is selected, then it becomes true, right? So on the on check event of this, what we will do on the on check event of this, so we will just patch the function, patch, and the name of the collection is call countries. Then the second parameter is this item dot, and inside this open the curly braces and give it the name as is chosen country equal to true, right? So on check, it basically means that the country has been chosen, correct? Just close this, right? Same we will write for on uncheck event. So we will just made is chosen country to false. We have copied this. On onCheck event, what we will do, that the boolean value or the is chosen country will be false, correct? So same will be repeated for other, I mean to say for project domain and status. This is our domain gallery. Just select chk domain. Just repeat, first of all, in the default property of this, just write this item dot is chosen domain, right? So by default this, it will be not selected, it will be false. And on the on check property, I have just copied the code, just have to change only one thing, the name of the column and the name of the collection, patch call domain, and is chosen domain. It basically means that whether domain has been selected or not. If it is selected, then its value will be true and it will be patched inside a collection at the on check event. And at the on uncheck event, it will be a reverse. We will patch the collection and just pass is chosen domain to false. Similarly, we will repeat for status, chk status. First of all, in the default property of this, just write this item dot is chosen status, and in the on check event, just paste it, and here call status is chosen status false, sorry, true. In the on check event, it basically means that status is chosen, and on the on uncheck event, it should be false. At the on clear event, we just have to uncheck what all have been selected, right? So in the on select event, you just have to write update if the name of the collection. So first we will go for call countries, that is the countries, and we will just is chosen country, the name of the column. If it is true, then it should be false, right? It will bring to its original state, it will make it non-selected. Same we will repeat it for project domain and status. Just copy this, paste this, expand and just change the name. In call countries, write call domain is chosen domain. If it is true, then bring it to its original state, that is uncheck it or make it false. Same for status, collection status. If status is true, if status is selected, then make it deselect. Yeah. Apart from that, there is one more property, right? On each checkboxes, you have to, at the on select event, you just have to comment this. Just comment this in the gallery status, gallery domain, and gal countries. the on select event. It is correct. Just preview this. If it is clear, right. So it is bringing to its original state. In the apply, at the on select event, what we will write? So we will make use of clear collect function. As you have read that clear collect function, first clear the collection and post that it will create a collection, right? So we will make use, add a new collection named filter countries. First we will clear this collection if any, and then filter the collection of call countries, and we will choose wherever is chosen country is true. So what does it mean? It basically means that those countries the user has selected, it will be collected inside a collection, right? Correct. Same will be repeated for project domain and status. Just copy this, paste it, again paste it here, clear collect, filter, domain, and we will filter the domain collection, and we will choose all those domains which have been selected by the user. Same goes for status also. Filter, status, the name of the collection based on, then we will filter the status collection based on wherever status has been chosen as selected. Correct. User has clicked on apply, then we will make this filter pane to not be it should not be visible. So it basically means where show filter should be false, and we will be redirected to the gallery page you can say. See, suppose if I have selected these three options and click on clear, all have been removed and it has moved to the original state, gone. Right, now we have to apply a logic on the items property of this gallery control in order to make the filtering working. So first let apply the logic, and then we will show the desired output. So in the items property of this, so what we have to write? So first we have to apply the filter, company projects, project country. The name of the column in this table is project country dot name. We will make use of in function, in, and how to do that? So we have to apply the for all loop, right? Because it's a collection. So we will loop the whole collection and search wherever the countries has been selected by the user. So we need to filter on that basis for all filter countries, and this record dot name, one bracket. Now it is coming, right? Same is repeated for other. Control C, Control V, comma. Correct. Now for domain and this, what is the name of the column is project. In this company project domain, filter domain, project status, filter status, correct. So let's see, I have removed all this project as pending. All these 5 projects are coming. If we want only those projects which are pending and have country as India, right, so we will select India and pending, so 3 projects will be coming. Suppose we want all the projects which belong to country India, Australia and England and have status as pending and completed. So let's see how many projects are there. So we have found 6 projects are there. If we want to bring it to the previous state, then we just have to clear Just clear this and then click on apply. So you will find the 10 projects have been found. Now we will see how to apply filters on the dependent entities. So the dependent entities are state and city, right? So state is dependent on country and city is dependent on state. What we have to do, just open this in edit mode. First click here, preview the app, open this in edit mode, just move to CV filters, and now we will add one more data card, add section. The name of this data card is DC state. Insert a label inside this, label, text label. Just go here, LBL state filter, rename it, give the text as state, bold, move to the right, expand it, add one more data card for gallery. To add a section, it will add a data card, just give it a name as DC state gallery. Inside this, add a gallery control, just select this vertical gallery. Don't select the data source as of now, just put this, cut this and put inside this, paste, rename it to gal state, remove all the unwanted and add a checkbox inside this. Edit this gallery, insert a checkbox, give it a name, CHK state. In the items property of this gallery, we have to give the collection. So in order to do that, first of all we have to define the collection, and where we have to define the collection for state, it has to be defined in the country, in the gal countries, and inside that where we have written the code for on check and on uncheck event of this country checkbox. So here we will write the code and we will define the collection for the states. So how to do that? So first of all we will collect, we will make use of for all loop, and we will filter all the collection of the countries where all the countries have been selected. Country data, you can say as country data. It basically means that which countries are chosen. So all those countries that are chosen have been collected into country data, right? And based on that we will define the collection for the status, for the states. We will give it call state options, you can say call state options. Then we'll apply filter on the states table, right? Based on which basis? Country data dot name in, and the column name is state country in state table, state country dot name, right? Just close the braces, again close one, and just format it. So here we are, correct? Now on the basis of this, we will create a collection for states, give it a name as call states, and we will add columns, call state options, all those options that we have chosen inside a state, right? Which options we have chosen? So we will give it a boolean variable is chosen state false. So yeah, remove the quotes from here. Is chosen state false. Yeah, now it's clear. And we have to apply one more condition for counting. If count rows what filter, the name of the collection is call states is chosen state is equal to true. If it returns 0, that means no state is selected, then it has to be replaced with false, right? So just count, correct. Now for this gal state, just select this, and this it is this item dot name. It will return all the states, and just may wrap count to 3. Just clear the collection also. Call states, call state options. This item dot is chosen state. Okay, correct. Now just run this. Just select any country and see the states are coming. Apart from that, when this will be visible, this state section, it will be visible only when we select any of the country, right? So in this data card, what will be right? If count rows, we'll apply filter, call countries is chosen country is equal to true. If it will return 0, that means no rows, then it basically means that the state, it will be in collapse mode. The state function will not be visible, else it will be visible, right? If we have selected any of the country, then it means that the state will be visible, correct? So let's see. Now if we run this, as of now the state is not visible. If we select any country, the states are getting visible. If we deselect it, the states are gone. If we select 2 countries, accordingly all the states related to these 2 countries will be displayed. I have updated the state section at the top so that it will appear after the country. If you again preview it, then you will see like this. Now if you want the filtering working for state, then we have to write some code at the apply button as well as at the clear button. So we will just copy paste the code that we have written for other sections on select event, right? So but here in the clear, we just have to clear the collection for states. Clear call state and clear call state options, right? And in the apply button, the on select event of apply, just copy this, right? Call states, filter states in the apply button. And at the items property, we have to write one code. So just close this, just copy this, paste it, project state dot name, state dot name, filter states, and this record dot name. So we have to write as we have written for this. Just copy this, and just paste it for state. At the on check event is chosen state false, and it is call states. same, copy this, and on the uncheck event of this, just reverse it to true. Sorry, here it is false, and on the on check event it should be true, and on select just comment this, it should be true. Yeah, now let's see that it is working or not. Just clear it, apply filter again for state Uttar Pradesh, just click on apply. Now you are seeing that we are getting the items as per the filter applied on the states Uttar Pradesh. Correct. If you want more, just click here, just click on apply, so you are able to see Maharashtra. So we will follow the same approach for city. If you click here on the filter pane, so the same logic that we have applied for country and state, same will be applied for city. And city section will come under the state. So I will quickly apply the filter for city and will show you. So filter for city has been applied. Let me show you. In order to view the city section, first of all you have to select the country. Based on that you have to select the state. Suppose if I select two states, Uttar Pradesh, first I select Uttar Pradesh. So these cities are populated. Then I select Maharashtra. More cities will be populated. Now if I select two cities from each of the state, suppose if I select from Uttar Pradesh, I select city Lucknow and Noida, and from Maharashtra I selected city, suppose Nasik and Mumbai. So let's see how many records will appear. Apply. Yeah, so 4 records have been appeared. Now if you want to see that which city does this first record belong, it belongs to Lucknow, the second belongs to Nasik and the state is Maharashtra, the third belongs to city Mumbai, state is Maharashtra, and the fourth belongs to city Noida and state is Uttar Pradesh. So you can recheck the filter. So same filter have been applied. Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra, and Mumbai, Nasik and Lucknow and Noida. If you clear this and then again apply, so it will move to the previous state, and it will also be in collapse mode. State and city will be in collapse mode. So it completes the implementation part. Now I will reiterate all those points once again right through my presentation. I have shown that how to apply multiple filters in a Power App gallery, and how we can multi-select and apply multiple filters in a Power App gallery, and we have achieved both these points using filter pane, and by using filter pane we have seen that we can apply filter for each of the column that are there in database. In our case, in our gallery we are not seeing the column name as project domain and city, but in the filter pane we are seeing those column project domain and city, right? And by using filter pane we get rid of the horizontal scroll bar, and also there is no problem of real estate. So I have covered all those points that are there in this presentation. This is all about filter pane. If you like this video, then please do like, comment and subscribe. And thanks for watching this video, and have a great day ahead.